Hello, this is Sydney Corcoran. I'm recording my reflection for my teacher observation by Miss Kaler. So we did a lesson today on, it was with the iPads that they have, and they have their own headphones. So I found a link or a website, and they were able to do like math addition games on the website, which was, it went, well, so how did student performance line up with? It took a lot longer um, for them like to get on the website and to get started. So student performance, the it kind of is always the same. The top like three kids. So, but I would say student performance lined up with success criteria successfully. I would say I would give myself like 75% of them were doing it like great. Some of them I also just didn't. I just kind of figured they all were like really good with technology, but again, like the reassurance thing, so that's why it kind of took longer because they were like, "Am I doing this right?" What did I do well? This time that my past lessons, I prepared well, so the iPads were out and the headphones were out, and they were already like on their. I had to like go back in and get them in because it was too long, but I was prepared, which with the materials this time, so I thought I did that really well. I didn't give as much attention to the students who didn't need it, not in that way, just that they knew that what they were doing, and this lesson kind of helped with that because the headphones. So just like I'd be like, I'll come back to you, and when they had their headphones on, like they were less like looking for me all the time because they were listening to like the storyboard of the game that they were playing. So once the headphones were on, I thought I did like this was a good one for these students because like they're always looking for validation from me. So having the headphones on and like being in their own like little world, I guess, kind of helped more with that. And let me think. I think the activity that I picked was really fun. They seemed to enjoy it, and I was like hyping it up as like, oh, like we're playing like a video game, like we're doing something that's supposed to be fun and we're doing math. So, um, I thought that was well. And the group that I had usually doesn't get to use like their iPads and stuff. So they were really excited because it's like the top group that use the iPads. I mean, every time that I've been in the classroom that I've seen, so they might use it when I'm like not there, but I know they use it when I'm not there, but not as much as the other group does. So this was also a good like scaffolding, I guess, release of student responsibility for that group. What would I change? I was saying I wrote down like the whole like getting the headphones on. I would have changed my instruction at the beginning because I it took me a little bit of time to like show them what we were doing, and I feel like I didn't really need to do that as long as I did. So I would definitely change that. I would have changed. I've been thinking about this, but getting like a timer to put like on the table or something, because getting them all off the iPads and that was like a process. So again, just like working on my timing of cleanup. I got better at the putting everything down, but like the closure, I didn't really find time again for my closure. So that's something that I really want to work on is just my timing with everything. I felt less overwhelmed this lesson because of like everything was already there and the structure was there. So they weren't like moving around or everything. Like their iPads were there and their headphones were there. So that's what I would. Let me think. Maybe finding a different, because there are like two people in the group that kind of struggled at the beginning with this, so maybe finding like an easier game for them to get on. I mean, I just like looked this up because I knew I could look it up because I didn't know what apps they had on their iPad, but maybe like different levels of games for them. Um, and some of the people like Elliot and Chase, who are higher, like starting them off on a harder level, because in the beginning when it's just counting, they like got that down. So I guess just like putting more time into my uh differentiation, but I guess that would be a modification because I'm giving them different materials, so maybe modifying it. I still don't really have a grasp on like exactly all their levels, so that's why I kind of just did this. But for what it was, I think it was good for each level because it started off easy and got harder. So the ones who struggled more just got through, like, I don't want to say easy, less advanced, but so like the ones who got through the counting, but 6 of them finished the game out of the 9. So that's like that I was pretty excited with that because the other people who didn't finish had a hard time just like getting started. So but I was pretty happy about that. How does this impact my future planning in this classroom? I definitely want to use the use of the iPads more if I were to future like to be in this classroom again, because I think it really like helped them not help them focus, like having the headphones on and just listening to their own thing. I think a lot of the times in the class it's hard for the students um to like get distracted easily, and I know that the student Leslie that I'm with, like if even if we're sitting down, like she'll like to like grab things, so having something to touch and something that they're locked into, so like they're using their hands and they're listening, I thought it went really well because it was just less like chaotic, but obviously not always using technology is not always the answer. um Future planning in this classroom, materials, having materials like out just always with younger grades. And also, I still need to work on it, but just not always like if a student needs help, it's not like they're bleeding, like I need to go over and like help them right away. Like I always think, like give them time, let them figure it out, and like go around and help other students. And this one was easier to do because like the rest of them had on their headphones, so I wasn't getting like help, 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 help because like they're all listening. So it was only like really in the beginning everyone was like, look, but then they would just get like excited and like show me their iPad, but their headphones were on, so it wasn't like a full, it was just like a head nod, like, yeah, good job. So that was helpful in this class. How does this impact? I'm trying to think. Just maybe also like in the future, just getting more like distinguishing, like writing down who, like the ladder, I guess, of who's more advanced and who the different levels, and just like I guess like work on modifying some of the stuff for the lower levels in my group, because um even as time's going on it's still distinguishable like who gets it and who doesn't. So really like putting in a detailed plan about that. And that is everything that I have. This was probably one of my best lessons so far. I mean, like, management wise. So I was pretty excited about that because I didn't feel like it was less, like overwhelming. So I was excited with it. Um, so yes, and all the feedback from my other ones were helpful because I figured out, I'm starting to like figure it out more, but it's the end, but I'm excited to keep practicing.